Namaste to all my dear students. So today I am giving you a very interesting video about the what to see taking Aquaregia ring test for nitrate and what to see how can you detect, how can you show nitric acid contain nitrogen, sulfur, nitrogen, hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Very important for knowledge as well as what to see. So title is like this. So at first, ring test. Ring test for nitrate ion. That is very important. Ring test. So what to see? How we have to perform in the lab. So for this, what to take 2 about 2 ml. ml means milliliter of dilute nitric acid is taken in test tube and added same volume of conc sulfuric acid cooled in tap water, then added freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution slowly without disturbing very beautiful brown ring compound is formed in between the solution. It shows presence of nitrate as acidic radical. Yes. So what is the reactions like this? Ferrous sulfate plus dilute nitric acid plus conc sulfuric acid. So what we have at first, ferric sulfate plus H2O plus nitric oxide. Yes. Now this nitric oxide react with ferrous sulfate excess solution and what is in presence of water. So what you get? Iron H2O penta NO plus sulfates. Yes. So that is what you see. Aqua penta 5 penta aqua nitrosyl iron second sulfate, that is also known as brown nitrosoferrous sulfate, that is also known as nitrosoferrous sulfate. And due to formation of this compound, complex compound, what we get? Brown. So what you see, suppose that is the test tube. So what you take 2 ml of dilute nitric acid and 2 ml of what you see, sulfuric acid, and with the help of this what you see, ferrous sulfate. So what you see, very beautiful, that is the brown ring. Yes, and this brown ring is formed due to formation of this complex compound. You can say penta aqua nitrosyl compound, iron second, or you can say simply nitrosoferrous sulfate. Yes, so this is the very interesting practical in the lab, and generally asked in examinations, very important. Yes. Next one is, next question is generally asked, what is Aquaregia? Give its use, or sometimes ask you, write reaction with gold. Very important question. So at first we have to know what is Aquaregia. That is also known as kingly water. So it is a mixture. So again, it is a mixture of one volume of concentrated nitric acid, 3 volume of gunk hydrochloric acid. It is powerful acid to dissolve noble metals. So again we have to know what are the noble metals. Yes, so noble metals, yes, so those metals which are insoluble individual, or you can say single acid, are known as noble metals. For example, what is it, gold, Au, platinum, Pt, what is it, palladium, symbol is Pd, etc, iridium, so many. So gold, platinum and palladium, these are the example of noble metals. Generally does not dissolve in what we see single acid. So for this what we have to use? Aquaregia, and Aquaregia is what is very strong acid. So all the metals generally dissolve in Aquaregia, and generally ask you what silver, what is gold. So what we see over here? So at first, what we say, nitric acid and conch acid react to each other, and what you get, that is known as nitrosyl chloride. Nitrosyl chloride, yes. What you say, H2O plus Cl. So that is the nascent chlorine. Nascent. So due to formation of this nascent chlorine is very, very strong. Yes. So that nascent chlorine react with AuCl. So what we have? That is the auric chloride. Now this auric chloride, excess of HCl, what we get? HAuCl4. So what you see, that is known as chloroauric acid. Chloroauric acid, yes. And due to formation, what you see, this compound is dissolved in what you see, acid. Yes. So balance like this, balance is section number 3, 8 HCl, so what you see, 3 HCl, NOCl 2H2O, how many? 2Cl, yes, Au 3Cl, that's a large bracket, AuCl3, auric chloride. Now this auric chloride reacts to the excess of HCl, and what we have? HAuCl4, yes. So you have to multiply by what you see, 3, this is multiplied by 2, multiply by 3, that is multiplied by, but you see how much? 2, that is also multiplied by 2. So balancing and cancel all these. So what we have? 2 Au gold plus 3 HNO3 plus 11 HCl in left hand side. Right hand side is 2H Au complex compound. So what we had? 3 nitrosyl chloride plus how much? CH2. Yes, that is chloroauric acid, that is nitrosyl. And why? It is more what we see reactive. So due to presence of what we see nascent chlorine is very, very stronger acid, and what we see, all the metal, noble metal dissolve in this acid. Yes, that's very, very important for examination. Yes, and also for knowledge, you can say. So you have clear what are the Aquaregia and kingly water, and what are the use of this one, and what the reaction of what you see Aquaregia and gold. The reaction is like this. Next, so two questions are very important: ring test as well as Aquaregia. Now, third question is, how can you show nitric acid contains hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen atoms? Yes, that is also important. At first we have to show presence of hydrogen. So you know, magnesium and manganese, only two metals react with dilute acids. What does it give? Very simple example like magnesium. When magnesium is reacted with dilute, you know about dilute nitric acid about 2%, we get a gas, colorless gas, which is inflammable and adsorb, not absorb. Absorb, it's only surface, absorbed by palladium metal. It shows presence of hydrogen. Yes. So reactions like, always keep in mind when question arises, when in the reaction we get palladium metal and gas, so always we have to keep in mind, so that is hydrogen. That is what you see, colorless gas, and that is inflammable. And third category, absorbed by palladium metals. These three criteria show nitric acid contains what is hydrogen. So what we have, what is the magnesium plus dilute nitric acid. What we have, magnesium nitrate plus H2 nitrate. So what we have to? We have to multiply by 2. Yes, balance. Yes. So first one is presence of hydrogen. Now second one is presence of nitrogen. Yes. So when we have already studied in what's a copper, fumes means a smoke of nitric acid is passed over heated copper metal, we get less reactive gas which forms nitrite nitrite when gives which forms nitrite when passed over heated calcium metal. It shows presence of nitrogen, like, so what you say, so when fumes of nitric acid pass, so what we have, cupric oxide H2O plus nitrogen gas. When nitrogen gas is passed over calcium, so what you get? So what you get? Calcium nitrite. Now question arises, from where this nitrogen comes? That come from the nitric acid. So balance is like this. Balance is like 5 copper plus what you see, 2HNO3. What you get? 5 cupric oxide H2O plus nitrogen. Now in second, 3Ca plus nitrogen, what you get? Ca3 En2, calcium nitrate. Yes, so that is presence of nitrogen. Now third one is what is the presence of oxygen. Oxygen, yes. So when hot and concentrated nitric acid is dropped, heated tobacco pipe, generally old man uses this instead of what is cigarette, tobacco pipe, it decomposes into water, nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen gas. When these products are passed into water, where NO2 dissolve, and on dissolved gas, on testing, shows supported of combustion and absorbed by alkaline pyrogallate organic compound, organic pyrogallate solution. It shows presence of oxygen. So always keep in mind when comes what is a palladium metal, so maybe presence of hydrogen, and when comes what is the alkaline pyrogallate solution, that is the organic compound. So what we mean? It means what is the presence of oxygen. It is the specific character of oxygen, and that oxygen is absorbed by what is the alkaline pyrogallate solution. Likewise, hydrogen is adsorbed. Ad means only surface, adsorbed by palladium metal. So all that is the specific character for hydrogen, and this is the specific character of the oxygen. So what the reaction over here? So reaction is like this. So what's the hot and calm HNO3, what is see dropped about heated tobacco, heated tobacco 5. What to get? H2 plus NO2 plus O2. Yes. So reaction NO2, 2H2, H2, 2NO2, oxygen 6, 4 to 6. That is balance. Yes. So what you see, that oxygen not dissolved in water, and when it is what you see, it is product of combustion, and also what you see absorbed by alkaline pyrogallate solution, it shows presence of oxygen. So on the basis of this experiment, we can show nitric acid contain hydrogen, what you see nitrogen and sulfur. So sometimes ask you 5 mark, sometimes ask you 2 mark. In 5 mark we have to give all the 3. Sometimes ask in what you see, ask you what is 2 mark, then 1 maybe hydrogen, maybe oxygen, maybe nitrogen. Yes. Yes. So I think you have clear what are the Aquaregia, what are the ring test for nitrate. That is very important point for this examination, and generally ask, and also you have to perform in lab. And what is the, how can you detect, how can you show nitric acid, what is the hydrogen and nitrogen, and what is the oxygen. So on the basis of this experiment we can show, so nitric acid contain hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen atom. Yes. So thank you for visiting this interesting video, and also I think what to say, you have already subscribed it and convey your friends for learning. Yes. And I also, so what should be happy, be healthy, be bona fide in chemistry like Silakan sir. Rest is okay.